Dakota land where the skies are wide and the freedom stands. With a Bible in my hand and a prayer in my heart, living this life where the wild plays its part. Dust on my boots and my hat pulled low, got my trusty rifle and I'm ready to go. Hunting the game as the sun hits the sky in the heart of the 701. I feel so alive. Guns and the 701, that's how we roll. Faith in the good Lord, that's how we hold the line of the legacy that runs through our veins in this wild, wild land where the spirit remains. We're living free, living bold, side by side, with God on our plate and our hearts open wide. Ranch in the fields, the cattle run free with a purpose so strong, it's our grand legacy. The rivers run deep as we cast out our lines, fishing the waters where the North Star shines. Got the warmth of the sun with the chill of the night. With every shot fired, we're ready to fight for the freedom we cherish. The second is true. With family beside us, we stand through and through. Guns and the 701, that's how we roll. Faith in the good Lord, that's how we hold the line of the legacy that runs through our veins in this wild, wild land where the spirit remains. We're living free, living bold, side by side, with God on our plate and our hearts open wide. In a world that's spinning with sins that they wield, we stick to our values. Our fate is revealed with the word as our guide. We tread on the earth, a community built from the love, not the curse. Raising our voices, singing loud through the night, for God and our freedom, we'll continue the fight. Let the rifles ring out, let the spirits align. In North Dakota's embrace, our souls intertwine. So when you hear the gunshots and feel that proud sound, know it's faith and freedom that echoes around. From the fields of the ranch to the depths of the lake, with God on our side, there's nothing at stake. Guns and the 71, forever we'll stand in the heart of our faith in this great free land.
Good evening. How's
Good
everybody doing
evening.
today?
What's happening, Dave?
Oh, another lovely day in North Dakota. How about Alabama?
Oh man, it's been sunny and warm here. I think we almost hit 80 today. Perfect time of year.
Oh, we're catching you. I got goosebumps from hitting 73 today. It was kind of nice.
It looks like we already got some people on here. Welcome to the Guns in the 701.
Yeah, Clayton decided to step out and he left the door unlocked, so we decided to take over and run with it.
He didn't leave the alcohol out.
Oh, that's all right. I'm sure we brought our own, didn't we?
Oh, I don't know.
Maybe. Oh, it's You ever see those cups though? What is it, like the 10-kilogram mugs they have in the bars now?
Yeah.
Like you have to sign a waiver so you don't knock your own teeth out with the mug.
It's funny you say that. Probably can't see it. But from the old days, I got 2 chipped teeth from one of them big, heavy glass mugs.
Ugh.
All I can say is don't play the wrong song in a honky tonk. You might piss off the wrong person.
You're telling me Britney Spears wasn't welcomed?
Britney Spears wasn't born when this happened. If she was in diapers. Hey, guys.
Still singing Mickey Mouse tunes, I'm sure.
Probably. Late 80s.
We got Brian and Corey and Kelly. Welcome.
Welcome, everybody. Yeah, Clay left the door open and we came in and we decided we're going to talk about some fishing and hunting and whatever pops up tonight. So if y'all want to talk about something, just chime in and let's talk. I know it's warm down here. It's starting to get warm. We're coming out of a cold spell. It's been in the 30s and 40s, and it's recently in the last couple of days, it's gotten up to the 60s and 70s. Almost hit 80 today. I was out working on the boat, and I said, "Man, I just want to talk about fishing because I haven't fished enough yet. So I'm gonna come on and talk about it." And I'm just itching to get out on the water. I got a new boat. It's not a big old fancy boat, but I like it.
Hey, as long as you got a boat, right? It's
a Grizzly Tracker John boat with a Yamaha 25 on it. It scoots out pretty good with me on it, and me and the wife, but my wife don't weigh but a minute. And it'll scoot out about 30 with the two of us on there. And it's real stable, and got a little trolling motor, so I can get into the little what I like about it is I like to get up in the creeks. Now, I'm on Lake Eufaula, and we got the Chattahoochee River that runs through that. But off of Lake Eufaula, we got all these little creeks all over the place that run way up high, and they're kind of shallow. More bike for me this year.
Oh, that's right.
You need more context there, Corey.
He bought himself a shiny new Harley.
Did he? Ride that thing south, man. I didn't know you got a new bike. But what I like about my John boat is it drafts shallow and I can get up in the creeks. I got two of them. I got a little 12-footer, one of them plastic things out there. My wife says I have a boat problem. I say I have a storage problem.
Oh, there's no such thing as a storage problem. You just need to buy a lot to put more stuff in.
There you go. It's like when your gun safe gets full, you just buy another gun safe.
Right. I thought that one was big enough. No, I need another one.
I had a cousin text me not too long ago, and he's looking at gun safes, and he was looking at a 48 gun safe. I said, "How many guns do you have?" He says, "I'm probably getting close to that." I said, "Well, you buy the gun safe for the collection you want, not the one you have."
Yeah. No, I used to sell those in the shop, and what I always told people is that's like using 1 foot to hold it in and slam the door with both hands, and you definitely can't go off of a 24 or 48 or 36 safe and think that's what it's going to hold. It's straight not, unless you like scratching the hell out of all your nice wood guns.
Yeah, I got in this room I'm in. I call it my little man room. I only have one safe in here. It's a small one, and really got to step it up in here and either bring some more in here, the bigger ones, or buy a bigger one for in here because I got some of the nicer guns in here and they're getting scratched up, and I don't like that. Exactly what you said. They get too close together. You're opening stuff up. You start moving stuff around to get to other guns, and it's just too crowded.
I think we got a little excited about running through the door without getting stopped by Clay here. We forgot to do something.
What's that? Oh man. We broke the law, didn't we?
Or you want me to do it for you?
Go ahead.
The Second Amendment. A well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. There we paid our American tax.
Shame on us.
I'm kind of glad we don't live around Clay. He'd come after us with the old belt.
I know.
Got old
I didn't know Corey got him a new bike. Corey, you need to ride that thing down here to Alabama, man.
I think Corey needs to get a case of oil for that Harley. If it ain't leaking, it ain't riding. Well, yeah.
I was always told if you got a Harley, it's going to leak oil. But as long as you step across the oil leak, you're good.
Oh yeah, yeah. I've had Austrian bikes. I've had Japanese bikes. I've had every bike I could probably think of, and yeah, I can't recall the first time I've ever had oil underneath any of mine.
I worked with a guy who was a mechanic for years down in Florida, and I worked with a guy who rode his bike in every day. He was a big Honda guy. Loved Honda. Now to look at him, you think he's a big old biker Harley dude, but he loved his Hondas. And I asked him one time, why Hondas, man? You just look like a Harley guy. He says, I've ridden bikes across this country with hundreds of guys through the years, and it's always the Harley guys that I got to stop and fix.
Yeah, if that ain't the truth.
But I've had 2 Harleys, and I do like them. But in my older years, I'm more about boats and guns than I am motorcycles anymore. Now, if I still lived up there, I'd probably still have to have a bike, because open roads like y'all got up there, that's just hard to resist.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of funny is, allegedly, you get a pretty rowdy Austrian bike, good old fashioned KTM, and you get to know the right people and know how to manipulate the computer a little bit. And, doing 130 on an on-ramp ain't very hard.
You guys doing any fishing up there?
I know some guys are still walking around playing Jesus on water-topped ice.
Really? It's still that frozen, huh?
The lakes are still froze. I'm not sure what the inches look like lately, but I know the rivers, Missouri River, they got people out on the river. I don't know, probably 2-3 boats I've seen myself. Lynette's saying he got his boats out today.
Yeah, I see
Axes
that.
on there. Yeah. Howdy.
Boats out today. Well, that's good. We have boats out all the time.
Axe is pointing out a good safety factor. You got boats, you need a hose. So you might want to make sure those plugs are in.
I've open water all around here. Oh, good. I always told the guys up there, I've only been ice fishing one time. Me and Clay, Chris Johnson, and Will went ice fishing up in Montana. And I'm born and raised in Miami, Florida. So walking on water, to me, that was only meant for one man. And I ain't him.
Oh.
But I did have a good time. I didn't catch nothing. I wound up cooking the fish that Chris and some of the other guys were catching. But I did have a good time. But I guess just being a Southern boy, I like knowing that all year round I could throw my lure and it just goes in the water.
Oh yeah,
drilling holes.
I've born and raised here, and I played hockey for 9 years, and I gotta say, when that ice is less than an inch thick, there better be concrete underneath that damn thing. But I got buddies that go out there and they'll pop a hole and stand there and fish all damn day long, and I think they're out of their darn minds. I tell them, when you tell me you need an extension, which is what, 28, 30 inches of ice, I'll think about it. But if you're talking less than a foot, I'm no. Mm-mm.
Yeah. I guess it's just being a Southern boy. But first time I went out on the ice and we're sitting there fishing and you hear all that crackling.
Yeah.
What was that? Oh, it's just the ice cracking. Why? Cracking don't sound like it's good if I'm standing on it. And they're like, that's just normal. Not where I'm from.
Yeah, the ice belongs in your cup, not under your feet.
Right. That's the ice I like.
Right. Uh-oh. That's disowning Axe already. We're 15 minutes in, and Lynette's already sent an Axe home. Oh boy.
Yeah, down here we are we're getting fired up. Like I said, I live in Eufaula, Alabama, and we got Lake Eufaula right here, the Chattahoochee River, the Choctaw-Hatchie River's not far from here, and we're only 2 hours from the Panhandle of Florida. So we got fishing all around us, and I'm just fired up and ready to go. Me and my wife loved it. We got a camper, and there's probably on the lake itself, around the lake, 6 or 8 different campgrounds that have marinas at them. And I'm not one of those guys that's going out looking for a 12-pound, 14-pound bass. I want food. So I'm out after catfish and crappie. And we got tons of them right now. And it's mid-March, and right now is about the time the crappie are about to start spawning. So it's time to get out there and get after them because they're in shallower water. And that's where I like to go, into the creeks, like I said earlier, and get into the shallow waters and fill up the boat with some crappie and start having fish fry.
So, like, you go into secondaries like that, do you run into an issue like we have here where you have a lot of down trees coming downstream where, shallow water could just, zipper your boat?
Yeah, we do. Actually, that's pretty common. And a lot of guys, what's gotten super popular probably in the last 10 years down here is the surface drive motors and the mud motors. Mm-hmm. Have you seen those?
Oh, yeah.
Gator tails and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And that's really popular around here because a lot of the rivers, you'll go from 10 feet deep to 6 inches deep in a matter of 50 feet running along the river. And if you want to get up into the creeks and stuff where I like to go, you got to have a shallow draft boat and shallow draft motor. I don't have a gator tail or a mud motor. I am looking at some mud motors right now because I want to get out on the Choctaw Hatchie, and that's a lot of marsh and swampland over there. The gator tail motors, they're proud of them things.
Oh, I bet. So what do those have, like
$1,000 for one of them motors?
So those just have air-cooled, like 20-horse Hondas on them or something?
The gator tails, the GTR 40, that's a 40-horse. I don't know the brand of them, who makes the motor, because it's not gator tail. But that thing, I looked at one the other day, it was like $10,900.
Yeah.
I said, dude, you can buy a mud motor that'll have like a Predator 24-horse on it, probably in the $1,000 range. Now, it's not going to move you as fast as a GTR 40, but it'll get you there. And I'm not I'm 54 years old. I ain't about doing 100 miles an hour. I'm just about getting there.
Yeah.
34 and 24. Yeah, I wanted to get there fast. Now I just happy to get there.
Oh yeah. Yeah, nothing like hitting something going over the bow quick and easy. That's a hard pass for me nowadays.
I am when I was about 16, I was down in Key West, and I was in a Mako 28. I had a Mako 28 with two Black Max 150s on it. It was about 1 o'clock in the morning, and I had a whole lot of liquid stupidity in me. And I'm hauling butt through the intercoastal, and I hit a sandbar. Now, 28-foot Mako's center console with a big windshield. My face plant went right into that windshield. Because when you hit a sandbar going that fast, it stops now. And my stepbrother was on the bow, and he went diving. He went overboard.
Oh, I bet.
And when he stood up, it was probably 6 inches deep. And a 28-foot Mako doesn't draft real shallow.
There's it's a couple of years ago here in Bismarck. We were at one of the bars along the river on the Mandan side, and it was like 11 o'clock, and it was pitch dark. There was no moon there. It was one of those darknesses. Even the lights from town were getting ate up by something, and you just hear this this muscle boat just screaming up and down. I don't know if he had a 350 or 454 or what he had in it, but it was it's like a 28-30 foot boat still. Had the cabin under the nose and all that. And he was going to beat hell up and down the river, back, forth, and then all of a sudden all you heard was just the governor bang and just and he got that boat probably 30 feet out of the water on a sandbar. He skipped over the end and ended up on the other end of the sandbar. He must have skipped a solid 200 feet.
Oh.
He was pretty messed up. They had the big old cabin yachts the next morning. I think they had 6 of them tied onto the back of that thing trying to drag it off. But luckily, I don't think he wrecked the boat, but he got hurt pretty bad. Broke a few ribs, collarbones, the whole nine. And meanwhile, we're sitting on the patio at the bar, and we're making dollar bets when he's gonna hit that damn sandbar. I lost, so I was out $15, but
when I'm really gotten more since I moved here to Eufaula, back more into boats than I have in quite a few years. Growing up in Miami, I was always around boats because we weren't far from Lake Okeechobee and the Everglades and canals all over the place. And I grew up deep sea fishing between Miami and Bimini, so we had big boats to do all that. And I had airboats for the Everglades, and I think I was about 17 when I helped build an airboat, and then I bought it. It was called Blood, Sweat, and Beers. And I was out in the Everglades again, a lot of liquid stupidity in me. And I am flying in this airboat. And I don't know who on here way up there is going to be familiar with the Everglades, but the Everglades is full of cypress stumps. And at about 60 miles an hour, I hit a cypress stump dead center and just ripped that airboat to pieces. Parts were flying everywhere. I went flying. My buddy went flying, and we woke up. I broke my arm, busted my face up. I mean, could have killed us. We were in bad shape. I better shut up. I'm revealing how really stupid I was as a young man. I did some stupid stuff.
That's where that adage comes from. Young and dumb becomes old and wise.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
Old, yeah. I don't know about the wise part yet.
Well, some come slower than others.
The old comes first. We'll see if the wise comes later.
Let's see here. Susan says that our boat docks were pretty much fully parked today. Leon's cooking something.
Leon's very familiar with cypress stumps. He grew up in Louisiana.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I remember the other day he couldn't remember the good old acidity bag. He was confused as hell how I remembered that. What we got here?
I wonder if Leon, are you familiar with, since you're on here, swamp cabbage? Dave, did you have swamp cabbage when you were down at Chris's?
I don't think we talked anything about that, no.
Swamp cabbage is, man, it's a delicacy. It's the heart of a tree.
Sure.
And, I'm sure you hunted the hogs down there. Well, I know you did because I was with you when you shot that one hog on that little island area. There was a bunch of palmetto bushes in there, and you take the palmetto bushes and just peel them down, and you cut out the trunk of the tree and you peel it down, and in the middle of it, it's almost like a potato consistency. That's what it looks like when you get to the middle of it, and then you cut it up in small slices and make a soup out of it, and that's called swamp cabbage, and that is some good eating.
Is it kind of spicy or?
No, well, no. It's literally like a potato, so anything you add to it is what it's going to taste like.
Sure.
And of course, being Southern, yeah, we're going to deep fry it or add a lot of hot sauce to it. One of the two.
Yeah, we got something like that, but it's horseradish up here. You just look for stagnant backwaters, and you find it's kind of like a cattail. I can't remember what the actual plant is. I'm sure Susan would tell me right away if she's still listening. But yeah, my grandpa used to have me walk hip deep in the Bullhead River by Mott and pull that stuff up, and he'd make homemade horseradish.
Oh, I tried it. I love horseradish.
And he knew how to make it hot too. It's one little spoon dab at a time, and couldn't quit. But you wish you did.
Oh yeah, Leon knows what it is. Heart of palm. That's exactly what it is. Heart of the palm fronds, the palmetto bushes. I have no idea what he's talking about. Zatarans.
Yeah.
Zataran seasoning.
Yeah, the cottonwood deadheads. Yeah. I do not like the river for that. I mean, growing up, we had a pontoon and slip in the river, so we just grab a cooler and a couple sandwiches and go hit the river. And that's one thing I hated about that is it never failed. You always found something floating about a foot under the surface, and I was like, that's all right. I'll take a lake any day. At least I know that shit's not moving.
I like the rivers. I haven't got a chance yet to get on not far from here, less than an hour, is the Choctawhatchee River, and it runs from up here in Alabama down into Florida and into the Choctawhatchee Bay into the Gulf of America.
Yes.
And I watch a guy on YouTube called Zach Skipper, and he is all up and down that river, and man, it is some gorgeous country. I can't wait to get out there and go after some crappie and some catfish out there, because it is gorgeous. And out there, it's a lot of Corps of Engineer land on the banks of that river, so you can camp and hunt off of it. Of course, you got to get the king's permission. But,
of course.
But it's I love how they call it public land, but you got to get the king's permission to do anything on it. But that's a whole different show.
Oh, yeah. We could probably come back and rant about that for 15 minutes.
Clay could rant on that all night long.
Right. I suppose we're a half hour into this. We should probably give the old boys recognition. They pay for the fun, so we might as well make sure they get their count right.
Absolutely.
All righty. Well, we're going to do the main here, and we'll be back shortly.
Lauer Auto Repair, located at 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota. Give them a call at 701-258-6308. The team of mechanics at Lauer Auto can take care of any problem your vehicle is having. And when you do business with Lauer, you can be assured you're doing business with a pro Second Amendment America First repair shop. There are plenty of other auto repair shops in the Bismarck-Mandan area. But why take a chance at patronizing a shop that might not have your beliefs at heart? Make no mistake. Lauer Auto is your pro Second Amendment repair shop. When you talk to the guys at Lauer Auto, don't forget to tell them that you heard they are a sponsor of Guns and the 701 and that you appreciate their support of our pro Second Amendment, pro North Dakota live stream and podcast. That's Lauer Auto Repair, 701-258-6308. 701-258-6308. Located 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota.
When you want it done right,
go where lemons go.
Kalen's Auto Service, owned and operated by Kalen and Misty Foss, lifelong locals with over 25 years experience. From modern rides to classic restorations, they can handle it all. Top quality work, fair price, and honest hometown values. Located just one block south of Highway 12 on 6th Avenue West in Lemon. Kalen's Auto Service, serving you with all your auto repair needs.
All right.
Here we are. Paid the dues.
Paying the bills.
So I'm kind of playing around on a list here. We cover a little bit of hunting, cover a little bit of fishing here. So I'm playing on this list here. It's this shot shows the best new hunting rifles for 2026. And I just kind of cherry picked a few here. But this one here.
Ooh.
Who do you think makes that? I mean, obviously it has a name on it. You can read it, but at a quick glance.
At quick glance, I'd say Bagara, but I don't, or Browning. I don't know.
That's a Savage.
Really?
Yep. That is a Savage. They're retail, depending on the model design, stuff like that. You're looking at in between MSRP of $800 to $2,000. I mean, it's got a nice carbon barrel on it. You know,
wow.
Radial brake. I mean, I really like how Savage has decided to say, hey, you know what? We can make an affordable gun and still compete with the $2,000 market.
And it's a dang good looking gun too. I've always been a fan of Savage. I was at a friend's house when we were talking about earlier before the show.
Yeah.
And he broke out a $450 Savage Axis package gun.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember what caliber it was. I want to say 30-06, but I'm not sure. This was a lot of years ago. And 4 shooters, me and him and 2 other guys, sat down and shot at 400 yards with a $450 package gun, Savage Axis, and we had a grouping, all 4 shooters, about like that.
Oh yeah.
I'm out of the box. That's impressive.
Oh yeah. I'm a big fan of Savage. I compete with one. I just bought my kid one for shooting mid range, which is 300, 600 yard. It's a 223. I mean, if the weather's forgiving, I'm gonna get him out to 1,000 with that gun. He's gonna have to earn his cookies though. I mean, I refer to the 1,000 yard. And some of the other guys I shoot with, we call the mid range the 600 yard and less the kiddie pool, because you get away with some pretty terrible etiquettes at 600 that 1,000 yard would never let you get away with. You damn near miss the target with full of stuff you do at 600.
Leon, we were not in the South. This is when I lived up there. we were in Bullhead, South Dakota, actually.
Oh yeah. Here's another one. Bounce this one up here. Look at this one.
What in the world?
Who do you think makes that one?
I'm going to guess, just for the fact it's lever action, and I've watched some of their stuff lately, but I haven't seen this particular gun. I'm going to guess Henry. I don't know.
That is a Henry. That is a Henry SPD Predator.
Because Henry, I know, has really stepped up some of their trying to stick with the traditional lever stuff, but bringing it into a little more modern age. And that's pretty cool. Have you shot a suppressed 30-30 lever gun?
I have shot a suppressed 4570, but not a 30-30.
I've seen on a lot of YouTube lately, seems a popular thing with shooters is a suppressed 30-30. And man, I'm shocked at how quiet they are with subsonics in it.
Oh yeah, it's the thing of it is when you can master your burn in your barrel and you try to keep that fire in the barrel as much as you can. I mean, that really cuts it back. I use loading software and stuff for doing my competition stuff, so I have the ability to pick powder, see how they burn, the full layout. And a friend of mine just built a 22 Dasher, which is it's a 6BR bench rifle cartridge, but it's necked down the 22 cal, and we're just bouncing ideas off each other, and I just pound them into the computer here. And it's the only cartridge I've ever seen that has a complete burn of powder in the distance of the barrel.
Wow.
Usually you might see your average off-the-shelf hunting rounds are only 95% burn at the muzzle, if that. Right. But his was doing a complete burn at like 16, 18 inches, and he's going to have a 24-inch barrel on that. So we're pretty excited to see how that sounds with different cans. He's got a big old pocket full of cans. So it's kind of fun that he's so invested into it, because it's basically a wealth of knowledge, being able to hear a different brand, a Thunder Beast or a Gunworks or a Gemtech. Gemtech, you don't do that. I regret selling the 2 I ever sold. Not because I wanted them. I sold them as a dealer. And the first time I ever heard one, I regretted ever selling it, because I felt I did the customer wrong. I mean, really? The Gemtech one, I don't know where they got their stats from, but they could say I'm lying. No, I'm not. I've heard many of the competitors' cans that had the same stats that they listed. I personally would not do one. I felt terrible selling the 2 I did sell after hearing one. But
what's your preference of cans?
I own a few. Thunder Beast. I'm a firm believer in Thunder Beast. The guys down there in Wyoming are phenomenal. Well, as a dealer for them, I got a chance to get to know their engineer and stuff. And the one thing I can say I'm excited about knowing is when they say that can will handle what they claim, I already know that they have that little evil engineer devil on their shoulder going, how can we blow this damn thing up? And I can't say exactly how they tested the rimfire cans, but I assure you, there's no way in God's green earth you'll ever wreck one of the rimfire cans with a rimfire. And I know how they tested it, and I was beside myself when they told me how they did it. And it's like, holy crap! Like there's manufacturers that can't even get cans to handle what they did to it, and they're made for what they used it on. So Thunder Beast, I'll stand behind them all the way. Gunworks, I've heard of Gunworks a few times. They make a fantastic can. Silence Co. I like Silence Co. I own a few. The best bang for buck, in my opinion. But overheading everything, I would never buy an aluminum can. That aluminum can only take so much in its lifetime before it just explodes.
Yeah.
And I've seen a few do it with no bat strikes.
I recently saw, I can't think of the name of the company, but it was a can that the inside was interchangeable to accommodate multiple calibers. I can't think of the name of the company.
Oh, I know Silence Co. does that. They interchange their end caps to accommodate for the bullet diameter.
Yeah, this went from like 223 up to 30 cal. I think, what was the name of that company you just said?
Silence Co.
I think that might be the one.
Yeah, the Hybrid 46 is a big one for that. They use you can get 30 or 22 cal end caps, 30 cal end caps. It comes with a 46 cal end cap. And when I was selling those, that was the can that Silence Co. suggested for me to put on bigger guns, like the 325 Ruger Mag, 338 Lapua. You know, they basically said this is our big dog now. And I own one myself. I run it on a 4.58 SOCOM, but you see me shoot that one pig right outside the camp 2 years ago.
Yeah,
that's the can I had on that, and that works darn good. I mean, it's a little heavy, but for the price, you can't have your cake and eat it too when it comes to cans. Just spend the money, be happy.
Yeah, I think cans is one of those things you get what you pay for. I mean, buy the good stuff, be safe, and get good quality.
Oh yeah, let's see here. We got
Corey.
Chat's got stuck here. We got JD here. He says he recently bought a Gemtech 5.56 can, not the quietest on a 16-inch. I assume that means 16-inch. If you're wagging a 16-foot barrel, I want to know where you're getting that one. I can use that, but it doesn't hurt the ears either. So that's good, you know. So once again, you know, Gemtech, it's not the quietest, but it's doing its job.
Yeah.
I got Corey here.
Do they affect accuracy or muzzle flash recoil? That's a good question.
Hugely. Yeah, your cans easily mitigate recoil, and unless you're sending a lot of fire down that barrel, it's going to stop flash.
You see JD's no issues with his aluminum cans.
Yeah.
7,000 shots through it.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many the ones I've seen come on cork, but they weren't shooting 223s though. They were shooting 243 Akeley's, 308s, you know, something that had 40 plus grains of powder behind them.
Right.
But I can tell you, I wish I still had that picture on my phone from when I seen it. I am glad one of my friends had a nice Armageddon gear cover on theirs, because it was a nice, you know, the high end Kevlar thermal wrap, all that stuff, and it completely shredded it. It looked like you put it through a whippersnipper or a lawnmower. Luckily, everybody walked away. He still hit his target at 700 yards, and I gotta say, Silence Co. they got it back from him. They looked it over and they said, well, we can get you the same one, or we can give you something else. And I think he ended up switching over to a what was it, Silence Co. Omega. So he went to a titanium steel can.
And Corey asked what you think of lane suppressors. Now, I'm not that familiar with them. I know Clay's got some, and Corey's getting a lane. I've heard about them quite a bit, but I'm not familiar with really with the quality.
I haven't actually put hands on with lane. I know a few people that have them. I haven't heard them myself. They've been around forever. So I assume that if they're still in business, they must be a quality can.
Right. And suppressors have gotten so popular in the last, I don't know, maybe decade.
Well, yeah.
And now with what's it, the tax stamp
Yeah.
as of January 1st.
Free.
Yeah. Still got restrictions on it, but now the restrictions are free.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see here. I tried doing 2 different cans on the same 9mm, and there was a difference on a point of impact. I think the reason for that is the 2 different cans probably way different, and depending on how the barrel's allowed to float in between the 2 weights, I'm sure it'd change that. I mean, when you're doing pistols, I mean, it's so much of the follow through and how the recoil acts. I'm not a big pistol guy myself, but I mean, I have a, what do I got? A Silence Co. Osprey 45K, which is the short version. The K's are always the shorter version, but the can isn't round; it's eccentric, so you don't have to use raised sights with that can. So as long as you have a threaded barrel, you don't have to worry about your sight issue. That's why I bought that one. It's really nice. So yeah, if you don't have a can, you should buy one or 2 or 3. Just go wild, enjoy yourself.
The first time I had any experience with I don't like calling them silencers, suppressors, was I was actually elk hunting, and I had a guide, and he had a 22-250, and we were out looking for elk, and some coyotes popped up about 200 yards away, and he pulled out a 22-250 with a suppressor on it, and man, I was impressed with how quiet that thing was. And he dropped 2 coyotes, and we went on about our business. We had our eyes on a elk herd pretty good ways off, and he fired them 2 shots, and they didn't hear nothing. They didn't budge. And that was the first time. That was probably 10. Well, it was 10 years ago that I personally had experience with suppressors. And I think it does come down to a safety issue. A lot of people want to argue it, but when you're shooting, and the more quiet you can make a firearm or a gun, I don't care what YouTube says, it's a gun. It's safer for you.
Oh yeah, let's see here, Kelly. Do I still need a stamp if I build my own? Yes. It's not a Form 4. It's a Form 1. Form 1 is a manufacturer's tax stamp. I don't believe what they did with reducing the Form 4 tax stamp from 200 to 0. I don't think that affected the Form 1. I don't know off the top of my head. I haven't done anything with that stuff in like 4 years now. But if you want to build one, this is per the instructions of my ATF liaison. And I know it's one of those, take the word of the commie. But I assure you, when he's not in his work clothes, you find that he's just one of us. And I feel in my relationship with him, he has that job, so somebody really wants it can't have it. But he had told me straight out, when you do build one, or if you're planning on building one, fill out the forms for a Form 1, give it all the information, wait till it comes back, and then build it. Because if you ever get inspected for, silencer parts or rifle parts or whatever you are building, obviously you potentially build something a little more exciting than a bolt action with a Form 1. You absolutely need to have the form in place and your serial number information in place before you build one. So don't have bits and pieces laying around your tool bench waiting for your paperwork to come back. That's a big no-no. So,
the rabbit trails I could take there, but I won't.
Damn it, Leon.
My garage, my tools, my metal. We'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, right. I mean, it says right in the whole deal that you're allowed to build 1 gun a year, if I remember right. You just can't make it for sale. You know, as long as you're not in the business of, you don't need to be an FFL.
I mean, man, I could go off on some serious rabbit trails here because when it comes to American freedom, to me, my property, I pay your king tax on my property. My garage, my tools, my metal. Who are you to tell me what I can and can't do with it?
Right.
That's what it comes
I mean,
down
you already
to.
pay tax on the stuff you have in your garage, so why should you have to pay tax again?
Yeah, and I mean, if we want to get into taxes, it started out at 3% for wartime, and never went away and went up. Now we're at like 37% tax.
Yeah, it's crazy. You must have just read the same article I did.
It wasn't too long ago I read that. So.
Yeah. Let's see here. I got two more on this list that I quickly grabbed during the break. This one here.
Oh, breakdown.
He's got a folding stock. They got the carbon fiber thing going on, you know, carbon wrap barrel.
My guess on that, totally a guess because I have no clue, would be Ruger.
That is a Sea King's Precision. A higher end gun. That one's supposed to MSRP at $3,200.
Oh, wow.
So we could look at the Savage for under $2, or we can look at a Sea King's for $3.
I'm going to go Savage every time.
Now, I by no means am saying that this is an equal playing gun. I will say this gun can shoot and shoot fairly well, but I don't know. I don't remember off the top of my head what Sea King's claims their guns will shoot, but I can tell you for that price, and being this is a new gun this year kind of thing, it's going to be that price. It's not going to be, you know, $2,600 or whatever. It's people are going to be asking $32 for this thing. You look at this one. If that thing doesn't shoot a single bug hole on my paper at 100 yards or even 200 yards, I'm going to be mad and wonder why I didn't go to my local gunsmith and say, hey, I got $3,000.
Right.
Build me something that I know is my fault when I miss.
Exactly. Oh, man. And, you know, I guess if you're a competition shooter like yourself, I guess for me as an average sportsman and hunter, it comes down to how does it serve your needs? Do I need a $3,200 gun? Mm-mm. Do I have a $3,200 gun? Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I'd be willing to bet you're probably talking something like this one. Obviously not like this, but this one. What's your guess?
What's my guess? Let me see.
It's a classic. It is a classic. Browning. That is a Browning bar, Mark IV.
Yeah. The yeah.
That trigger gives it away.
Yeah.
It really does. Yeah. You see a Browning without a gold trigger, you got a bargain bin one.
Yeah, definitely look at Browning.
But you know, like that one there. Let's see here. MSRP's $1,700. You know, when you get one of those, the owner's manual tells you to clean it as good as you can without disassembly.
Why?
I don't believe in the owner's manual. It explains how to take that gun apart. It tells you to rack it back and hose it out as good as you can with this little bar saw or whatever product you like to use. Give it a quick patch job to get it out of the chamber in the barrel and take it out hunting. Maybe I'm mistaken, but recently when I was looking at the owner's manual stuff for this gun, I had one come in. That guy wanted it cleaned, and he thought I'd know how to tear it apart. And, you know, just like every, you know, gun shop does, we're going to consult the owner's manual so we don't end up costing ourselves some money doing a service. And I told him straight up, I don't know how to take this thing apart, and there's no publication telling me to take it apart. So I told him I could polish out the barrel, make it pretty, but as far as a full disassembly like I usually do, I can't do it on this one. I'm not at liberty to take this one apart and not know how to reassemble it.
That's interesting. $1,700.
I mean, that's a fancy truck gun right there.
Yeah.
It comes from 243 to 300 Win Mag. So that's pretty sweet.
It looks like I'd snap that trigger off.
Yeah. He's referring to the Seekings.
The Seeking, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and those are some nice looking guns. Yeah, like I said, I got just in this room, I got guns from around $4,000 right here, and I got a Ruger American sitting right in front of me, which I think was around 500. And I have shot farther with that Ruger American.
Oh yeah. One of the first things I ever done when I started getting to long range shooting, just playing with the idea, was I wanted to build a 1,000-yard gun for around $1,000. And I started with a Ruger American, and like everybody else, I went straight to like an MDT chassis. That's what I went to. That was the mainstream thing. They make good stuff. They do. There's other stuff out there that's probably better, but for down there twice the price, you can't fight with that.
Yeah.
And I spent a lot of time on the old press, and I was able to get the shoot at 200 yards. I was holding it just shy of 3/8 of an inch with that gun in a 6.5 Creedmoor. And JD won't let that one down. Yeah, I owned a Creedmoor once. Twice. The teak I sold after shooting it 5 times. I did not.
Show us your man bun.
It's gone. I cut it off. But yeah, I got that gun to shoot real good. And then one day, if I was down at the range and somebody I knew was out there and he's seeing it shooting, and I was actually just shooting the thumbtacks on holding up my target at that point. I was just done. And he watched me shoot the thumbtacks off, and he goes, "That shoots pretty good. What is that?" I told him what it was, and he goes, "I can't buy that, can I?" And I said, "No, I put this one together." And he goes, "Well, what do you need?" And he came by the house later that day with a fistful of cash and took home a rifle.
That's business.
So yeah, he was pretty happy with that one. You know, he used it for several years. I don't even know if he still has it. I haven't talked to that gentleman in many moon.
What's your as being the big gun guy here at 701? What's your go-to deer rifle?
My go-to deer rifle. I am an old man at heart. I will take a 308 every day.
That's the Ruger American sitting in front of me is a 308.
It's versatile.
Yeah.
One barrel does it all.
Yeah.
And
I guess growing up in the South, we don't have, as you've seen down here, although where you've hunted with Chris, you could reach out a little farther, but where I grew up in the Everglades, 50 to 100 yards is about your shot. Mm-hmm. So the 30-30 was the most common rifle to hunt with down here. And I still like it. I loved the 30-30 for years because when we would ride around on airboats and swamp buggies looking for hogs, and as you've seen, when you're on a swamp buggy or an airboat and you see a group of hogs, you want to be able to grab quick and jump on them. And with a shorter 30-30, that was easy to do. But with the popularity of ARs through the years, now that's what everybody's carrying.
Oh, yeah.
And for me, 5.56 on hogs is just king. But for deer rifles, for me, through the years, I've really always been really partial to the 270. Good flat shooting, reach out there a little bit.
Right. Yeah, JD, you're not wrong. There is a considerable difference in between. But I know when it comes down to like the Ruger Americans, you take a little time with the multi-grit sandpaper and polish out the raceways. Get your bolt refined a little bit and a little bit of bench time. And yeah, there's only so much you can do with the little bolt slop. But I've polished out a couple of guns where they slip like an iceberg era. You know, they function like a nice Tika.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying they're not as good or equal, but if you're willing to put in a little bit of the refining work that the factory didn't, you can make a Ruger shoot pretty damn good.
Yeah. Axe, Axe, what'd you have when we were down there that time? I don't remember. I mean, when I was in deer camp or hog camp with Chris's, most of the time I was working on stuff, cooking or guiding people. I hardly ever hunt when we go down there because I grew up shooting them hogs, and I'm always trying to get people that haven't shot hogs out on them. I don't remember what Axe was shooting when we were down there, and he was working on the swamp buggy most of the time.
Yeah, that's. I remember we got down there, had first gear, and we fiddled that thing. We got second, and then played with it some more. Suddenly got reversed. That was nice because there's no brakes,
308. Okay, yeah, that old swamp buggy, boy, that thing is. It sits for years, and then I'll go down there and I get the itch to play with it, and I'll get it going, and then Chris, he either runs around in the farm truck or the airboat or the Polaris, and just don't even mess with that buggy. Yeah. And then when I go down there, I start messing around with it. And then when Axe was down there, we got a lot of mechanics here. We need to get this thing going.
Yeah.
And Axe just dove in, you and Axe.
Yeah, we covered that thing pretty good. I know maybe next time you go there, you have to measure what that brake link is. Probably spin one up or something, and that way you can make the brakes work again.
What fun would that be?
Yeah.
Being able to stop when you want to instead of having to back the gears down.
Yeah. The buggy had water in the fuel yet. Yeah, it was pretty sputtery. I think me and Clay talked about it. We're probably going to get a different carburetor and a phenolic spacer. I think the carb was just heat soaking and sputtering out. So yeah, we talked about getting a different carb for it to put on. I just suggested an Edelbrock because you just turn 2 idle screws and it runs.
Yeah,
and you don't have to worry about a blowout preventer or any secondary stuff. They just work.
I went down there one year, and we had veterans coming in that we were taking out on hog hunts. And man, I cleaned that buggy. I sprayed it down. I had that thing. I painted it. I had that thing looking good, running good. Everything it was not a problem. And it sat for the next 2 years. Like I said, Chris just don't ever do nothing with it. He played with it and kept it in shape when he got it. And then he got his airboat, one of his airboats, and went and got off some Polarises and some more 4-wheelers, and just that buggy just sits. But I've always enjoyed playing with the swamp buggies. They're just that big old deck on there, and they're just fun.
Yeah, let's see if I can find a picture on my phone while we're gabbing here. Yeah, the swamp buggy. As soon as I can see if I can find a picture of it from down there.
There's a picture on the Rax Adventure Team page of our very first trip down there. Actually, the year we started the Rax Adventure Team, of me, Corey, Waylon, and Clay sitting on that buggy. And there's some other ones of a bunch of us, probably 12 or 14 of us standing in front of that buggy. That buggy's kind of been the center of a lot of our hunts, and we have a lot of fun out there. Chris's place is I didn't get to go last year. I haven't been down there since I think early 24 was the last time I was down there. And I'd gone every year, a couple times a year for almost 10 years. And I didn't go down there last year. We'll have to get down there this year sometime.
Yeah, I'm hoping to get to come down there again pretty soon. I
love going out there. I went down there one time, and Chris, he's got a couple businesses. He's extremely busy. And I went down there one time, was going to spend 3 or 4 nights out there. And Chris said, man, I got to run to make. I got to go haul some boats. I think he was hauling boats at the time.
Yeah, he went to haul a boat the mower down there. I remember that.
And I was there by myself. And I said, man,
sorry, Axe. That's the swamp buggy we're talking about. He's trying to get that damn haulie to work, and I think it was a saving grace we couldn't get the secondaries open. I remember we were trying to get work and cleaned up and stuff. Chris comes over with a little BP blaster and a pressure washer and just goes after that carburetor. Me and Ash are looking at each other like, holy crap. First thing we do is pull the spark plugs back out of it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, JD's got a point there. Got that like button. Better start banging on it. That cat. Yeah, no kidding. That devil cat. So you guys are staying in a camper, so you didn't get the full you didn't get the full coup de grace of that trip. So you remember that little cat that Chris had, right? Kind of friendly, and then it became Lucifer on 4 legs.
Oh, what do you call that cat? I don't remember what he called that cat.
It's the cutest, friendliest little cat you've ever seen, and just one night, that thing, its eyes went red, and it started attacking people. It wasn't like it had rabies or nothing. It was, Waylon picked it up and kept petting it, and he must have been, doing the whole Indian talk with it or something.
Yeah,
it wouldn't attack him for nothing.
Yeah, that cat was scratching at people, and its hair was standing on end, and he was pissed off at everybody. Walk up to Waylon, pick it up, and just pet it.
Yeah, yeah. That nice that night that it flipped its beans. It I think it's Claude Corey. He went outside to use the restroom, and Claude Corey. We're getting there, Axe. We're getting there. So the night it freaked out, it Claude Corey, and then Chris was out there, and not Chris hosting us, Johnson was out there, and we were all in our cots in the cooler, and next thing you know, all you hear is rawr, rawr, rawr. And you hear Chris, God damn it. He comes in, he's tore up from the knee to the ankle. It clawed him good. He was bleeding like a stuck pig. Well, I can't remember. Maybe actually Corey remembers. I can't remember if it was the next night or it was 2 nights later. Chris was up making us breakfast. And all of a sudden we heard clanking and banging. And all you heard was Chris yelling, how do you say it? The hell's wrong with you? I'll kill you. He just yelled at the top of his lungs. And we heard this clang. And what we thought it was, initially we all thought it was the cat cleared the skillet off the burner. And here he karate chopped at that heavy skillet, that spatula we had. Just karate chopped it right on the noggin. And it ran into that shipping container. And they just, this is the last we seen that cat for a few days. But yeah, that damn cat attacked Chris while he was cooking.
It's a good thing that cat never showed up while we were target shooting. Somebody would have took a shot at it.
Oh, yeah. Well, I know we were on standing orders that we couldn't kill the cat unless it attacked somebody, and then it started attacking people.
I think that was the big gray cat, right?
No, it was that little runty one that we were surprised the hawk didn't pick up.
Yeah. I think that cat's dead.
I understand. Yeah, that was especially as well. Yeah. I know the guys listening here is pretty much all the inside stories, more or less.
Yeah,
but
we've had a lot of fun at that camp through the years. Man, we've taken a lot of people down there. We've had veteran hunts down there, and that place has been a lot of fun between the swamp buggies, the airboats, and shooting hogs, and all the other hunting we've done down there, and spending nights barbecuing and out by the fire. That place has been great. I love it. I love it down there. I might be partial for it because I'm a Florida boy, but I love it.
Yeah, it's a special place. I know a lot of people say, is it worth the trip to go hog hunting? And obviously we're getting the opportunity to go somewhere where we're guests of friends, and it's worth the trip. I don't get buck fever. I really don't. But when you get a chance to go hog hunting, that is a totally different world. It's so much fun.
The alien attack.
Yeah.
Were you on that trip?
No, I don't think so.
So we had some of our Vermont guys from Rax Adventure Team Vermont guys come down. Will and some guys from up that way, and we weren't seeing hogs for the first few nights. We were not seeing hogs. We just weren't seeing anything. So the Vermont guys come back one night and said, "Hey, we seen something. We gotta go get it." I said, "All right." So we jump on the swamp buggy, all of us grabbing guns, and everybody's jumping on the swamp buggy. They said, "It's this way. We got to go this way. We got to go this way." And at the time, the orange groves were still there. So they're leading us around, telling me where it's at. I'm driving. And all of a sudden, one of them slaps me on the shoulder. Stop, it's right there. And they turn and put their spotlights on it, these big beam lights we have.
Mm-hmm.
And earlier in the day, somebody had taken this giant 5-foot tall alien looking stuffed animal and tied it between the orange groves. And we opened fire on that stupid thing. We knew it was a setup. We knew they was leading us to something, but we didn't know it was a stupid stuffed animal tied up between the groves. They said, "We just got to shoot something." So they went to Walmart or somewhere and found this big old stupid alien. And that stupid alien probably had 100 rounds run through it that night. And matter of fact, I think that is still hanging in the barn from where we shot it. And there's pictures on the Rax Adventure Team page of all of us standing around the swamp buggy with the alien in front of it after we shot it. But we've done all kinds of stupid, fun stuff down there. It's just it's out in the middle of nowhere, and you got a bunch of guys that just cutting up, having fun, not hurting nobody, just having a good old time.
Yeah, I think the best part of the whole trip down there was everybody's just mellow. We ate fresh kill every day.
Oh yeah,
I mean, that was awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, what we do? Run the town and got cigars, beer, and potatoes because we couldn't find any out there. Basically,
right, we didn't. If it came from town, it usually involved alcohol or tobacco. Everything else came from the farm.
Yeah, I think next time we go into town, though, we got to drag Corey along and see if we go fishnet hunting again.
Keep trying to tell Corey he's got to come down here and get him a Southern Belle.
Yeah, doing so good. He's got that new Harley. You can do it.
Yeah, he's going to aim that thing south. Man, it's a hell of a cook. I don't even remember what I cooked, man. I got a bad memory.
Oh, we had damn near everything. The only thing I didn't eat was when you did the crawfish boil. Or no, Chris did the crawfish boil, didn't he?
Yeah, Chris did the crawfish.
That's the only thing I didn't eat that time. I think I had a ham sandwich that night.
I've cooked so much stuff down there through the years. I don't remember what all I cooked. I know when Eric was there, he brought down some bear and some moose, and we had a bunch of different stuff. I'm bringing Tony Shatry's.
We got that here. You don't need to bring it there.
Man, Tony Sastry's is outdated, Leon. Man, it's
Everglades seasoning.
Cajun two-step now. Oh, Cajun seasoning is stuff. I've used that since I was a teenager. But I've recently tried that Cajun two-step from I can't think of the guy's name now. While we wait, we hydrate. He's some Cajun cook down there, and he's got a seasoning called Cajun two-step, and it's really good.
Yeah, Leon, we get down there. You just stand back and let Vance run the old cast iron. All that walking and hunting we did, I think I still gained 10 pounds.
It's dragging them out of them swamps that it gets crazy. I remember being down there one time. We did a hunt. A bunch of guys were there. And I always got there, like I said earlier, I always got there a couple days earlier, mostly because I was the closest. But I like to get there and try to shoot a small sow, and we will throw it on the smoker and eat it for a few days. Stale cracker, that's it. And I was there one time, and I would stay a couple days later, and I would help get things cleaned up, mow the farmyard or whatever, and help Chris after everybody left. And one year we got everything cleaned up early, and Chris said, "Hey man, I gotta hit the road in the morning, so I'm gonna go home tonight. Place is yours." I said, "All right, well, I'm gonna stick around for a couple nights." He said, "Okay." So here, I think I was 51 at the time, so it was about 3 years ago. I'm sitting there by myself around the barn, got a fire going. I'm eating, I'm having a good time. It's peaceful. I got the music going. I said, I'm take the Polaris and go for a ride. It's like 12 o'clock at night. Well, I'm riding, and I got a rifle with me, and I shoot this hog down through some orange groves. I hear him squeal. I see him run off. All right, I got to go in after him. So I put the rifle in the Polaris. I grab my 45, and I go in after him, and I'm about waist high in swampland at 12 o'clock in the morning, 51 years old, and I'm thinking, he's still squealing. He's still splashing. You ain't 20 years old no more. What the hell are you doing?
Right.
And there ain't nobody for miles around. Well, I am still thinking I'm 20 years old. So I did wind up going in. I hear him splashing, and I follow him in, and I wound up getting up close to him, and he stands up. Got blood all over him because I did hit him good. Got blood all over him, and he stands up, hair on the neck all stood up, and I'm thinking he's about to rush me, and I just unloaded that freaking 45. And he did drop and flop for a few minutes, and I had to sit there and compose myself and take a few deep breaths, and I drug him out of there, and I drug him up close to the Polaris out of the water and stuff, and thought, man, I probably don't need to be doing stuff like that. But it was a good time, and he was on the smoker the next day.
Oh yeah.
Down at the watermelon barn.
Yeah, I don't think I actually have to worry about the standing water issue. I was talking to old Tyler down there, the fella that had all the dogs. Visit with him last week here, and he said everywhere that standing water is popcorn fart dry. There is no water out there right now. He said the hurricanes haven't been bringing water, and they're just dry out there right now. So hopefully that changed a little bit. I'd love to see Axe do his Jesus impression again. That was pretty darn funny. Axe got a little closer to a gator that we didn't know was there. And I swear to God, that old boy, he did 3 steps on water. But when you're looking for oh, I got another rat coming through the chat here.
What is that?
Somebody's trying to use our show here to
scam.
Yeah.
Well,
goodbye, sir.
The first trip I ever took to Florida with Dakota guys was Clay, Corey, and Waylon. And they said, hey, we want to go down to Florida and hunt some hogs. And growing up in Florida and hunting hogs, I thought, why do you want to go after them stinking things? And they said, why do you like shooting prairie dogs so much? I said, because I didn't get to do that growing up. They said, we don't have hogs here. So
Right.
shoot some hogs. I said, okay, makes sense. So I planned a trip, and we drove all the way from Morristown to Chris's place in Florida. And we had a blast on the drive and got down there, and they absolutely loved it. But boy, taking a bunch of prairie guys down to the swamps, that was interesting. We got into swampland, and I saw about a 2-3 foot alligator and stopped the buggy, and I jumped off, and I went to grab the gator. I want to show these guys a gator up close. So I jump in, and I'm about waist high in water, and I'm going out after this gator. And I turn around and look, and half of them got cameras and half of them got guns. I said, what y'all doing? They said, we don't know what's going to happen, but something's going to die, and we're going to get it on camera.
Sounds about right.
But they had a good time. And a few years ago, Waylon, game warden for over 25 years, trained, knows his stuff, but he can't stand water. And a few years ago, we were down there, and my oldest son, who's a 10-year Army veteran, Iraq War veteran, knows his way around guns, knows his way around the swamps, grew up in Florida. we're out running around on the Polaris, me, him, and Waylon. And we come across a whole group of hogs that run across the road in front of us. Me and Jonathan, my son, were in the front. And we jump out with ARs, and we start unloading on them hogs. And Waylon jumps out, and he unloads on some. We dropped a pretty good handful of them. And a bunch of them that we were pretty sure we shot ran across this creek and over a dike and into some palmetto bushes. And so we, after the hogs all got away and we gathered up the dead ones, me and my son said, man, I know I hit a couple more and they went over that dike. We need to get over there. So he grabs a pistol. I grab my pistol off my side. And my son goes in about waist high. I go in about waist high. And we got our pistol over our head and we're going into water and stuff. And Waylon is standing up there with his AR almost shaking. Why are you in the water? What are you doing? Where are you going? What's happening? Waylon was just, what are you people doing? There's snakes and alligators in there.
Yeah. That's Waylon for you.
We had a good time. We always a blast down there at Chris's place. I absolutely love it down there.
Well, I think we better bang out the big sponsor run here. Make sure everybody gets their notorieties here. We're
Absolutely.
An hour and 15 in. Gives you a chance to refill the old cup, and we can continue to talk about the legend of Waylon. The man that knows the way of the prairie dog. We'll be right back.
All right.
Lauer Auto Repair, located at 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota.
Give them a call at 701-258-6308.
The team of mechanics at Lauer Auto can take care of any problem your vehicle is having. And when you do business with Lauer, you can be assured you're doing business with a pro Second Amendment America First repair shop. There are plenty of other auto repair shops in the Bismarck-Mandan area. But why take a chance at patronizing a shop that might not have your beliefs at heart? Make no mistake. Lauer Auto is your pro Second Amendment repair shop. When you talk to the guys at Lauer Auto, don't forget to tell them that you heard they are a sponsor of Guns and the 701 and that you appreciate their support of our pro Second Amendment, pro North Dakota live stream and podcast. That's Lauer Auto Repair, 701-258-6308.
701-258-6308.
Located 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota.
When you want it done right,
Go where lemons go.
Kalen's Auto Service, owned and operated by Kalen and Misty Foss, lifelong locals with over 25 years experience. From modern rides to classic restorations, they can handle it all. Top quality work, fair price, and honest hometown values. Located just one block south of Highway 12 on 6th Avenue West in Lemon, Kalen's Auto Service, serving you with all your auto repair needs.
For the best gun gear for every and any situation, Little Angry Man Arms LLC has you covered. Top-notch guns from top-name brands like Winchester, Glock, Sig Sauer, and Ruger to essential extras from Magpul, Streamlight, Hollow, Sun Optics, and more. Little Angry Man Arms LLC have everything to make your shooting adventures a success. Visit littleangrymanarms.com today and gear up for your next big hunt, competition, or home defense. Don't miss out on our exclusive deals. Little Angry Man Arms LLC, based in Trail City, South Dakota, your ultimate hunting partner.
At Horton Laser Craft, we believe in the power of personalization. Whether it's a cherished memory, a special occasion, or a unique gift, our custom laser engraving brings your vision to life. Our expert craftsmen and state-of-the-art technology ensure every piece is a work of art. From personalized decor to one-of-a-kind keepsakes, Horton Lasercraft makes every moment unforgettable. Horton Lasercraft is owned and operated by a local veteran and his wife located near Thunderhawk, South Dakota. They provide custom laser products at a reasonable price, and their turnaround time is fast and efficient.
Custom board cutting, glassware, decanter sets, mugs, assorted stainless steel jewelry, assorted tags, decor, custom acrylic nightlights, and much, much more.
Call them up at 605-545-7535. Horton Lasercraft, where memories are engraved.
Oh, we're back.
Hello. What do we got going on here in the comments?
Oh, let's see here. I'm busy pulling up some new images to talk about here. Corey's talking about driving 36 hours straight through. That was a great time. Waylon's boat ride. Leon's laughing, rolling around the floor.
Yeah, Waylon's boat ride is a fun story. You know, at Rack's Adventure Team, when we first started out, we all had this vision of having these bucket lists, and everybody had their resources of what we could help each other get on hunts and fishing trips and different things. Well, we go down there for our first trip, and Chris has got a 28-foot open fisherman, and he takes us out in the Gulf. Now, I grew up deep sea fishing and everything. Not a big deal to me. But these guys haven't. And we take Waylon out, Corey out.
Like this?
Bigger.
Bigger.
But like
that claims to be a 26.
And we take them all out, and we go. I'm kind of first mate. Chris is captain, and the other guys are fishing. And it's kind of a choppy day out there. And going out, I mean,
Yeah.
Waylon don't like the water to begin with. So he's kind of white-knuckled holding on, sitting in front of the center console. And me and I think Corey was sitting at the helm with Chris, and me and Clay are in the back holding on, just chatting. And that boat's just going, and we're having a good old time. Well, we get out, and I think it's around 11 miles in the Gulf when you start losing sight of land. We finally stop after a while, and Waylon stands up. Where's land? He says, "How do you know?" So, that's the way we came from. When he lost sight of land, he almost lost his mind. Well, we calm him down. We fish for a while. Everybody's catching fish. Everybody's having a good time. And it starts getting pretty choppy out there, and we're riding the swells. And finally, after everybody's caught some fish, we decided to go back in. And going back in was pretty rough. It gotten pretty rough by then. Bam, 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 all the way back in. And I think by the time we were done, we were like 30 miles out. We finally get back to dock, load up. Waylon's climbing out of the boat. I said, "Waylon, now you can check that off your bucket list now." And I won't elaborate on how he said it, but he turned around and looked at me and said, "It was never on my bucket list." And that was the last time we ever saw Waylon on a boat. I went out there might have been the following year, and we got the airboat out. I said, "Waylon, come on." He just looked at me. Waylon don't do boats.
Yeah, I'm just looking through my phone from when we were down there. I thought maybe I had a couple of pictures of Waylon doing his hunting thing, but come to think of it, I didn't hunt with him at all while we were down there. He was always off with that other guy that's caretaker for one of the orange groves.
Oh, Jason.
So
yeah,
I didn't hunt with Waylon at all.
Yeah, he goes off with Jason a lot. Mm-hmm. Jason's just down the road a couple miles. It was nice to Chris. It's time to do it now. We're so coming in. We've had a lot of fun down there. I can't get it. Maybe I may be a little partial because I'm Florida born and raised. I lived there for the first 20 years of my life, and grew up doing a lot of stuff out in the Everglades and on the ocean. So I thoroughly enjoy it. And when I go down there now, it just I don't know that I could ever live back in Florida, but when I go down there, it does just have that home feeling to it. because I guess just because it's so familiar. But I've had a blast out there at Chris's, and Chris always just rolls out the red carpet. You know, you guys come on in, enjoy yourselves, do what you want. All he asks is, like any, responsible land manager would say, is respect the land. If you go through a gate, close it. If it was closed, close it. If it was open, leave it open. Just and pick up after yourselves. So Chris is always a good host. We always have a good time.
Yeah, that's I never met Chris before the day I came down there. I was told, it's like, yeah, my buddy Chris down there, he's got everything we need. Just if we can't fit in the pickup, we'll buy it while we're down there. Don't worry about it. And had a great time down there. I hope to someday be able to come back, but he does guide services too, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. And he, for the last few years, he's had some good duck hunts out there. They took out all the orange groves, and now it's all mostly marshland and wetland. And he's been doing a lot of duck hunts down there. And he's taken some pretty big name. I won't name drop, but he's taking some pretty big name people out there.
Yeah, I know. He showed me a picture of some of the people that have been out there, and it was about as close to royalty as you could probably get for the United States. So that's pretty cool. Too bad we couldn't have been there a few weeks earlier. We could actually got a chance to have a few with them.
Yeah.
But,
he called me one time and said, "Hey, I've got to go out of town, but I've got a pretty big client lined up to come in, and I really want to get him out. He's got a 50 cal and he wants to shoot a hog with his 50 cal. Would you be available to come down and show him around and guide him on these dates?" And I got to look, and I said, "Yeah, I think I can make that happen." And time was getting closer, and I said, "Hey, who am I coming down to guide at?" He said, "Well, I told you it was a big client. It's Shaq." I said, "Shaq, as in Shaquille O'Neal?" He said, "Yes." "Oh, I thought you meant prestigious big. This is literally big."
Right. Yeah.
Well, it turns out Shaq, he did book with Chris and was going to go down there, and Chris had to go out of town, and I was going to go guide him. But his schedule, something happened with some basketball thing. He wasn't playing at the time. He was retired by then, but commentating and stuff. And schedule didn't line up, and he had to cancel. But he's had some names like that come out there, and actually much bigger. I think you and I both know who we're talking about.
Oh yeah, I seen the pictures, and I thought, holy crap, isn't that cool?
So yeah, Chris is and it's funny, if you go down there and you go to Chris's place, and it's just a regular old south to central Florida farm, swamp land, ain't nothing fancy about it. It's out in the middle of nowhere, and you get some prestigious, very wealthy people that say, "Hey, I want to go out there and hunt. I want to go out there and shoot guns. Want to go, play on the other side of the tracks, so to speak."
Yeah. Axe asked if the orange groves are still on the other side of the canal.
Yeah, on the other side of the canal, those are still there, but on Chris's place, all the orange groves were burned out.
Yeah, I was going to say those were all gone when we were down there.
Yeah, those are all burned out. But on the other side of the canal and surrounding Chris, yeah, those are still there. And on the other side of Chris, there was from where the orange groves were on that canal. On the other side, when you leave Chris's, there was the cow pastures, and then state land behind that where all the palm farms were. And then you go down to Chris Nickerson's and, the dairy farms where we hunted down there, which Chris Nickerson, unfortunately, has passed away since we were there. That farm has sold.
Are they still doing the dairy farm then?
The new family, I believe, is dairy farming. Chris has not made a whole lot of contact with them to see if, we still had the liberties to, roam their range like we used to when Chris Nickerson was there. Chris Nickerson was he was a great guy. He was just a very welcoming, had that very brash, tough farm boy, rancher personality, but he just was a gold heart type of guy. Would open up the doors for you and let you hunt his land. Just respect it as anybody expects you to do on their land. And But unfortunately, he passed away with cancer. I think it's been a couple years now.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's been 2 years or so since we've
Yeah.
been down there. Yeah, I just remember Chris, the host, he goes, "You want milk?" And it's like, well, I can go for some milk, sure. And next thing he comes back with fresh from the cow, and it's like,
From the dairy. Yeah.
oh, this is awesome, It's
Axe, no, it wasn't King
yesterday.
Ranch. Because
No.
Axe is probably asking that because King Ranch does own some property that borders Chris's place and Chris Nickerson's place down there, but it wasn't King Ranch that bought that dairy farm. A lot of people don't realize. I mean, anybody that's familiar with ranching understands the King Ranch, and I think it's still the largest in the country. It was at one time out there in Texas, but they own property all throughout the United States, and they own quite a bit in Florida, actually, and especially around the Okeechobee area.
Yeah, we hunted around King Ranch's stuff for a day or two, but yeah, that's we walked through hip deep water, and first time we were down there, that blew my mind, because everywhere you go, you're driving around cattails and stuff like that, and we're doing it in 2-wheel drive, and these Polaris Ranger, and what the hell?
I remember
stuff you couldn't do that stuff up here. You'd bury that damn thing and have to use a track hoe to get it out.
I remember taking Waylon. We were putting him in a ground blind on the backside of Nickerson's place, and we were in the swamp buggy, and I was driving. Waylon was next to me. Chris was actually in the back. I'm driving, and the water's coming up over that flat deck. Waylon's picking up his gun, picking up his feet. He's looking over at me like, some water. He says, "Is it the engine's under what? Is it supposed to do that?" He's about to freak out. I said, "Relax, man. These things are built for this." And I get him back to the ground blind. We get him in the blind and stuff, and he didn't see nothing. We come back to get him, and it's after dark. And I'm sure you remember how dark them swamps are, and the noises of the swamp, gators croaking, the frogs croaking, and all the noises of the swamp. So we pull up on Waylon, and he's outside that blind, and he is full on ready. He's got that AR, he's got a pistol on his side, and he is alert, boy. He was ready. And he gets up on the buggy. He says, "Is that water going to come back up over there?" I said, "It ain't no more shallow than when we came in, man."
I'm surprised you didn't want to walk back.
Yeah, why you go ahead? We'll meet you there.
Yeah. Yeah, that was. I can't wait to go back. I think it's gonna be awesome. I know we have talked about the idea of taking our older boys down there and initiating them properly, but yeah, I think that's gonna be pretty cool. Yeah. We got a disadvantage up here though. My kids go to public school, which drives me nuts. So they're gonna have to give us a week's worth of lesson plans, I think, because we're going hunting.
Man, I saw that's funny. Just today I saw a video on Facebook about this guy makes videos all the time about how things go today, and country dads versus city dads and public schools and stuff. And this guy gets a call from his principal about his son missing school because he was going hunting. He says, "Your son's missed too many days. I'm going to have to suspend him." You're going to suspend my son, send him home to miss school because he missed school? He says, "Yes. And this is a very important week because we're teaching gender equality and language something." I don't know what it was. And he says, "Oh, well, I feel like this is the perfect week for my son to be suspended."
Right?
"Well, sir, your son's going to get suspended, and he's planning a hunting trip, so he's trying to get his son suspended."
Well, hopefully that's the day that we end up going down.
Oh, we froze.
There you are.
"Son, hey, you remember that word I told you to never say to an adult?" "Yes, sir." I need you on Friday afternoon to walk up to your principal and say it from your chest.
Oh, man. Yeah, we'll have a new principal at our school next year, so I'm not sure how that will ride.
We haven't mentioned Clay a whole lot tonight. Let me tell a quick story on Clay.
Everybody, story time.
Oh, I got a few on Clay. He's probably got some on me too. But when I lived in McIntosh, my son went to school one day, and he had a shirt on that said, guns don't kill people. And underneath it said, it's mostly the bullets. He got sent home for having that shirt on in McIntosh, South Dakota. Now, I can ask anybody. I'm down here in South Alabama. I can ask anybody around here, and they won't know where the heck McIntosh, South Dakota is. They might not know where South Dakota is.
That sounds about right.
We know that most of the people, the teachers and stuff in McIntosh, South Dakota, are gun people. They're ranchers, they're farmers, they're hunters. So the principal tells us it's offending some of the teachers. Well, this is a little old podunk town, 150 people. I was the city manager at the time. I knew every one of the teachers. Who? Because I don't know anybody that's going to be offended by that shirt. Well, they sent my son home, told me about it, and I said, oh, I know just who to call. So I get a hold of Clay. Clay comes running to my house with a handful of T-shirts. Every one of them are NRA and had all kinds of guns all over them. He says, you tell Clifford to wear these to school. And the first time they say anything, you call me. Well, we did. Clifford wore an NRA shirt with the crossed rifles and all that stuff. And they said something to him. Clay went to that principal and said, listen, I'm a senior field rep, North Dakota, South Dakota.
That's the first time I use that feature. That's worth it.
Clay told him, I'm a senior field rep, North Dakota, South Dakota, NRA. He said, we live for lawsuits just like the one you're about to get. Is this a fight you really want over a T-shirt? That principal backed down quick and said, no. And Clay, Clay, he's spitting out laws and legislation, all kinds of stuff to him. And that principal backed down, and Clay backed him down. And I think for the rest of the year, my son was wearing NRA shirts to school.
The thing of it is I mean, this show has been going for 177 episodes now. Holy crap. If you haven't figured out yet, Clay is a walking encyclopedia of gun knowledge and law.
I mean, when it comes to the Constitution and politics and stuff like that, I used to think myself fairly smart. And then I met Clay.
Right.
I was like, kind of feel stupid. I mean, that guy, if I have any questions, I mean, before I chat GPT or Google, I'm going to call Clay. He's very, very intelligent when it comes to constitutional stuff. I mean, that guy knows the Constitution in and out. He's traveling right now from Oklahoma. I would be willing to bet a paycheck that he's got a pocket Constitution either in the pocket or console of his truck or in his pocket itself.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I would be at least surprised. He's he's pretty well versed, and if he ain't versed in the subject, he's got his thumb stuck in a piece of paper somewhere.
Yeah,
that's for
very,
sure.
Very smart. And I remember Clay, I don't remember what town it was he was passing through in South Dakota. He was going from one NRA banquet to another. It pulled him over for speeding. Imagine that. And
right.
And I forget how the whole thing goes, but they were charging him for the speeding. It was like $195 or something. And Clay goes, can I prepay? Guy goes, what do you mean? Clay said, in 2 days, I'm going to be coming right back through here and I ain't slowing down. Can I prepay?
That sounds about right. Yeah, I know. Every time I do business with Clay when he's driving along, I'll be there in about an hour. It's like, you just left your house. Dang near a 2-hour drive from his place to mine.
Yeah. Clay don't believe in speed limits.
No, that's a
They're more of a
victimless crime
suggestion, not
right
a
there.
law.
Right? Yeah, that's a victimless crime. That's
And he
exactly
got
what that
pulled
is.
over. I don't remember how fast he was going, but he got a super speeder ticket in Georgia going down the hog hunt one year, going down to Florida. He still can't drive in Georgia.
Yeah. You know, I think in his defense, we drove that pickup down to Florida a couple years ago, and like I'm sitting there like doing like the 60 time on a stopwatch on my phone. I'm trying to figure out the math because you know I drive truck for a living, so I can't be getting petty speeding tickets. I take my job, you know. And I'm sitting there doing the math, and it's like this speedometer's off by like 12, 14 mile an hour. Like,
Oh wow,
crap.
on Clay's
It was
pickup?
bad. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah, so like the whole time we're going down, like I'm using the GPS on my phone to keep track how fast we're going, and somebody else jumps in and we're doing the mile in like 38 seconds, and it's like I don't think anybody realizes how far off the speedometer is.
You know, Clay, I always call Clay an old man long before his time. When Clay bought that pickup, there's the white pickup, right? It wasn't blue when y'all came in. When he bought that pickup, it had bigger rims and tires on it. And Clay went back to the old original, I call them old man rims and tires.
Yeah.
So I imagine it was not recalibrated.
You have to ask Axe. I believe Axe got the liberties of old mannerizing that pickup again. Took the lift and all that whatnot out of it, if I remember right.
Legally.
Yeah, legally. But yeah, I believe Axe ended up doing the whole suspension, all the work on that thing when Clay was turning it back to old man style.
I've got somewhere in this room, I saw Corey pop up and it reminded me of our first trip. We took Corey's pickup from South Dakota to Florida on our first trip. And Corey's heater went out. So we stop at a truck stop and we all buy these little portable heaters to put at our feet in Corey's pickup.
Yeah.
I never opened mine because the other guys opened theirs and that truck heated up pretty quick. And then I think Corey fixed something. We got the heat going before we got too far gone, and it wasn't that bad. But I still got that heater still in the package. I kept it specifically because it was a memento of that trip, and it's somewhere in this room.
The hottest cigarette lighters in the East.
We've had a lot of fun driving cross country, and Corey's right, or what he said earlier. It was 36 miles or 36 hours straight from my house in McIntosh, South Dakota, to Zolfo Springs, Florida. 36 hours straight, and we just shift drove between the four of us, just kept going. But on the way back, after hunting hogs all week long and staying up all hours of the night and running that swamp buggy all night, we stopped a couple times and got hotel rooms because these old boys was tired.
Oh yeah. I know me and Leon were talking. I actually been bugging Leon. I need that I need him to keep the witch doctors away, you know. He knows the southern gypsy stuff, you know. I figure we carpool down there together on the next trip. And
Leon might have some good spots in Louisiana now. I love Louisiana. I'm a diehard Florida boy growing up there, but I spent a lot of time in Louisiana after Katrina hit. I was a pastor at the time at a church in Florida, and we spent a whole lot of time down there rebuilding churches and houses after Katrina hit. I was there the day after Katrina hit, and got to meet a lot of wonderful people down there, and still go down there every chance I get. And when I worked in the film industry, we had a shop in New Orleans. So I went down there 3 or 4 times a year, and I would go visit down in Venice, Louisiana, and Houma, Louisiana, and Buras, Louisiana, down in the parishes, down in the swamps. And got some great friends there. I love Louisiana. I absolutely love it. The swamps, the bayous, just beautiful down there. Now, everything that lives and breathes in a swamp wants to kill you.
well, that's a good start. That feels like home.
Yeah. But I love Louisiana, and Leon might have some good spots for us to go hunt some hogs down there. And you get down to, we started out talking about fishing tonight. You get down into Venice, Louisiana, it is some world class redfish fishing, and redfish is some of the finest fishing you can possibly eat, and big down there. It's just beautiful country, and the duck hunting is world class. So I love Louisiana, 100%. Leon said, "Leon, say when."
Well,
and they got hogs down there too. Hogs, gators, ducks, fish.
That's gonna be a couple trips, because I know Leon, much like me, I ain't got no feathers here, so we don't fly.
You don't fly.
Hell no. We're like those chickens. Chickens don't fly either.
I love flying.
Corey is trying to get a place in Texas. There you go.
For what?
I've been going and trucking down through Texas now and then, and that's one thing I haven't found yet is a damn pig. I mean, really? I've found some pretty nasty looking things in the truck stops, but I haven't found any 4-legged pigs. No.
I got some good friends out, and in fact, one of our Racks guys is in. You like cypress and moss? You'll love. I do. We got some good friends down in Odessa, Texas. That's where Andrew and Tess Tally are, and we got JT up in near Fort Worth, Glen Rose, Texas. Got some good friends out there in Texarkana. Got friends over there. I love Texas. I absolutely love Texas. And not too long ago, I got a job offer to go out there, and it was real tempting. But kind of starting a new life here in Alabama and loving it. So I'm gonna sit still.
Yeah. I could say the entire time I've been in Texas, I've been there a few times, and I know I'm gonna get chastised for this one, but the entire time I spent in Texas, I always felt like there was something over my shoulder. I had an uneasy feeling the entire time I was down there, and I don't know what it is. I've been so many places all over this country, and as soon as I crossed into Texas, I just had like that feeling. It's like
Texas is, like I said, I've been out there quite a bit. When one of the movie companies I worked for, we had a shop in Austin, and so I went out there quite a bit, and we did a bunch of stuff on the Taylor Sheridan stuff, and Texas just, it almost feels like its own. I mean, it kind of is its own country.
Oh, it's huge.
But it's huge, and it's got its own culture. It just, I love it out there. And Texas, the land itself, you got mountains, you got desert, you got swamps, you got ocean. It's got everything there, which is why the film industry is actually big there, because you have the topography for any set you want to build. We all brought too many firearms, narrowed down to which one you.
All right, now, Axe. Blink twice if you're being captured.
Right, because too many shouldn't be. And if you take out too many in that sentence, Axe, you're good. We all brought firearms.
we brought an adequate amount.
Now, on our first trip, Corey, you're on here. Correct me if I'm wrong. But Clay and Corey came to my house in McIntosh, because Corey's over in Shade Hill. He went over to Clay's in Morristown, and then they came to my house, and Waylon was at my house. When they got to my house, Corey's F-250 was completely filled. The bed was completely filled with gun cases. I said, guys, I'd like to take a couple. And I'm not exaggerating. I am absolutely not exaggerating. Completely filled F-250 bed with guns. I said, guys, y'all gonna have to leave some here at the house because I want to take some guns too. If we'd have got pulled over on that trip and a cop had looked in the back of that truck, there's been some questions. And we got down there, and Chris is a gun guy himself. I don't know how many guns Chris has, but a lot. And we opened up the back of that pickup, dropped that tailgate down, and he looked over at me and said, "What in the hell are you guys planning on shooting?" We said everything.
That sounds about right. I think my first trip down, I had 1, 2, 3. I think I had 4 or 5 with me. Because you have problems with one gun or a scope or something like that. You need a spare.
Yeah.
You're driving 2,400 miles. I mean, don't get me wrong. We have a good friend that owns a he owns the Alamo, right?
No, he's the general manager.
General manager. Okay.
Yeah.
We got a good friend that's a general manager of the Alamo, which is a fantastic chain down there for gun shops and cigars and tasting. And I'm jealous as hell. I love to have a place like that.
Kerry's got the job of all jobs if you're a gun guy.
Oh, yeah, he does. Kerry's awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, that's definitely a shameless plug. If you're ever down in Florida, you got to find the Alamo and see if
Naples,
check that
Florida.
place out.
Naples, Florida. Look for Kerry Scott.
Yeah. But yeah. Oh, man. Well, I think what we got out of this episode is you need a can. The new guns are cool. And you need to go hog hunting.
Florida's fun to hunt.
Yeah.
We do need to get a trip together, man. I miss it down there, and we always have a good time. I brought
too many.
Now, I'm not exaggerating when I say an F-250 bed was full of guns. When we got there, we counted over 60 guns. Why? Now, the other 3 that went with me had never been to Florida hog hunting before, and they're all big gun guys, so they're like, we'll just take all this. And I don't know how much ammo we had, but good Lord.
I had way more than I needed. I think I brought between 400 and 500 rounds for every gun I brought. That was while we were down there. That's when they had like that nationwide phone problem where everybody's phones quit working.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I made the joke, is this the EMP everybody's talking about? This damn thing ain't working. I can't remember who I looked at. Maybe I looked at Corey. I made the joke. It's like, I brought too much ammo, huh? But I remember that we had an entire day where no phones worked at all. And then your son's friend, that medic that came from New York.
Yeah.
His phone even didn't want to work, and he was on one call thing.
I woke up. I was trying to use my phone. I'm like, what the heck? And I'm thinking, did I pay my bill? I look, and I'm thinking, I paid my bill. What's going on here? And nothing's working. And then finally, I get out of bed because it was first thing in the morning, and everybody's like, my phone's not working. My phone's not working. I'm like, oh, good. Let's go hunt.
Right? Yeah, we had scrambled eggs and whatever that morning, and
yeah.
I can't remember if that was the day that it rained like all day, because I just sat there on the back porch there on the concrete looking straight south, like, come on, give me a 1,000-yard pig. It's all I wanted the whole time I was down there. Is I wanted to shoot a pig at 1,000,
You can out there, Chris, you can reach out pretty far. And now that the orange groves are gone, you can really reach out.
Oh yeah. I think shooting from the concrete, when I was playing around with my my rangefinders and stuff like that, I think we could poke close to 1,200.
Yeah.
I just wanted to shoot a pig at 1,000. That's all I wanted. But just staring out into the distance, and of course nothing walked out. But then he had old Chris. He just duct taped the flashlight to his rifle, went and shot some coons. I wish that was a joke, but yeah, old Chris that night, I'm going hunting. What the hell are you doing? He's duct taping the mag light to his rifle.
Old Southern redneck. South Florida redneck.
Yeah. Yeah, the 458 Solcom, I was impressed. I thumped that pig at like 40 yards with that. That 325 went through and through, and that damn thing got up and walked away like I just kicked him. Like, what the hell? Tough buggers.
Axe just said it rained every day for the first couple days. That's right. It was really wet out there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got videos of us walking in hip deep water through some of the grove spots there.
I was just on looking at some pictures the other day. I'm doing some promos for my other page, the Sportsman's Watch page, and looking through my hunting pictures, and I got some of you with that hog you shot on that little island.
Oh yeah.
I saw this hog and I was with it. And I'm like, no, I remember shooting that hog. Now I remember, oh, that's the one Dave shot. Because we had to drag that sucker out of there.
Yeah, that took some work.
Yeah.
I know that there was a blondie I shot with my 308, and I hit it right in the shoulder, and we never found it.
Them things are so tough, man. And if you hit them in the shoulder and it's a larger hog and it hits that cartilage,
mm-hmm.
I remember I was probably 13, 14 years old. I was pretty young. I shot, he was probably a 250 to 300 pound hog with a 30-30 at about 75, 80 yards. And it rolled him and he got up and ran.
Mm-hmm.
I hit him right in the shoulder. And the bigger they are, the thicker that cartilage is over their shoulder. And if you got a lead bullet, a soft bullet, it's just going to roll. It won't penetrate. Them things are crazy tough. That
first day we were there, the first morning we were there, Corey shot one at like 25 yards with a 6.5 Creedmoor, and they just turned and looked at him like, what the hell was that? And then kept walking.
You know what? Now that you mention Corey, I don't think Corey's put one down yet. Has he?
I don't know. I know I shot mine twice and it still ended up stabbing it.
Because the last couple times we went, Corey was the one I really wanted to get, because he always goes and he always has a great time, but he hasn't put a hog down yet.
We got him on tobacco pipe now. Huh? We got him a tobacco pipe now. He's okay.
I mean, Corey's always there and just having a good time. Oh, he did get him one. All right.
What are we seeing here? We're an hour 57.
Yeah.
We should go out on a commercial here, keep it under 2 hours to keep old Clay happy. Well, I guess we'll have to say goodnight to everybody. This has been a blast. And we're going to go out on a commercial. You guys have a good evening.
Thanks for joining us, y'all.
It's good to see everybody. See you on the other end.
LAUER Auto Repair, located at 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota.
Give them a call at 701-258-6308.
The team of mechanics at LAUER Auto can take care of any problem your vehicle is having. And when you do business with LAUER, you can be assured you're doing business with a pro Second Amendment America First repair shop. There are plenty of other auto repair shops in the Bismarck-Mandan area. But why take a chance at patronizing a shop that might not have your beliefs at heart? Make no mistake. LAUER Auto is your pro Second Amendment repair shop. When you talk to the guys at LAUER Auto, don't forget to tell them that you heard they are a sponsor of Guns and the 701 and that you appreciate their support of our pro Second Amendment, pro North Dakota live stream and podcast. That's LAUER Auto Repair, 701-258-6308.
701-258-6308.
Located 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota.
When you want it done right,
Go where lemons go.
Kalen's Auto Service, owned and operated by Kalen and Misty Foss, lifelong locals with over 25 years experience. From modern rides to classic restorations, they can handle it all. Top quality work, fair price, and honest hometown values. Located just 1 block south of Highway 12 on 6th Avenue West in Lemon, Kalen's Auto Service, serving you with all your auto repair needs.